Hey everyone, this is my first time making videos on YouTube at all. I've actually been doing YouTube since 2015. I also was on Twitch at one point, doing gaming videos mostly, but I took a break from that for a lot of different reasons, and now I want to come back, but I want to come back doing something else. Hey yo, editing me here, and I'm a lot more energetic than I am in the video. Don't blame me for that. It was like 1 o'clock in the morning when I recorded that, or when I recorded the thing you're watching right now. I'm just butting in because I'm just trying to explain that I'm not usually that monotone. I just like the recording and I like how I edited it. Or I like how it is currently edited up to this point of where I'm doing it right now, if that makes sense. I'm usually a lot more energetic, as you can see. And yeah, I apologize if I'm not as energetic in the video as I could be. I'm usually about this, or a little, give or take a little bit, 5%. I'm not a mathematician. Just to mix it up, maybe I enjoy this more than what I was doing before, because gaming was getting kind of boring. This is going to be hair-related stuff, specifically with my hair. Nobody on this channel knows me, unless you know me personally, or somehow you found this from my other things. But you would remember that I had longer hair, pretty much down to here in some instances. I had it for years, a couple years, I think about 2.5 years. I'm going to treat this as a way to document my hair journey from this point on, and just to see where I get, and both in terms of YouTube and in terms of just my hair in general. There are other channels that I could think of, like Gunther the Great, TP Locks, Not Nation, that, they basically documented their dreads or their locks, however you want to call them. They documented it over the course of years to get to where they are now. They would help people, give advice, answer questions, or talk about people's hairs, or just random things that are related to hair or things that are happening in their lives. I kind of want to do that for myself. Like I said, I had shoulder length hair, and I had gone through a process with it. It wasn't just growing out my hair, because as you can see, I have 4 type hair. I don't know exactly what it is, but it's different in some spots. Some spots it's 4A, some spots it's 4B, 4C. For a lot of different reasons that I won't say. One of the bigger ones that I want to explain was I was getting bored with my hair, wanted something new. It was long for quite a while, and at the time I had gone through a lot of different things, and I just wanted something new. I started growing my hair in 2019 around June or July, and this man wanna be an 80s rocker so bad. Look at him. Like, what I have now is a little different. Through that for about 6-7 months, and then in March of 2020, when the pandemic started, I got them comb coiled, and that didn't work. It took like 2 days for those to come out, and I remember being really upset because I didn't at the time I didn't get the process. I didn't understand the process. They're kind of meant to come out, but I know that now, looking back in hindsight. But then I got 2-strand twists after the comb coils came out, which those lasted a long time. Those were in the entire time, and I started with about 80 dreads, and those were cool. They were cool. If I have any pictures, I'll show you. I didn't take many pictures because I'm not the type to take pictures, but that's also another reason why I want to start this. But yeah, 2-strand twists that lasted the entire time. They worked really well for me. They may not work for you, but that's something that I can talk about in the future, my opinions on things and my own experiences on different styles that I've seen people do and what I've done for myself. Then in the summer of 2021, so after a year and some change, year and I think 3 or 4 months, I just decided that I wanted to comb out my hair, because again, it was a whole thing of I wanted something different at the time, and I feel like there's this negative stigma of you're not allowed to change your locks if you have them. Like, people look down on you for doing that, but I see it as hair at the end of the day. Some people have that religious aspect to it. Some people have a deeper connection with their hair, and to some extent I do, but it's hair. You cut it, what's it gonna do? It's gonna grow back. I was genuinely bored at the time, and I really wanted change, so I didn't cut my hair yet. I combed it all out, and I don't think I have any pictures of this, but it was just this big, curly, just like afro thing, and it was, I had to have been at least 10 inches of hair, 11 inches with the breakage. It was cool. Like, it was like Super Saiyan. Like, it was just, I enjoyed it for a while, but At this time, I started going insane with color. So I went from red to blue to green to purple, and then I just stuck with like the blonde for a while. Around Christmas, I basically said to myself, I want something new again, because I just wanted to try something new. And at this time, there was something in the back of my mind that was saying, you damaged your hair beyond the point of repair. You damaged your hair beyond repair? That's a whole bar! Damn! I might as well go all in before it all falls out. I put a relaxer in my hair, and I had straight beyond my shoulder length hair. And I know one picture that I'm gonna have to ask friends for permission to post on this. But
I didn't ask for permission.
Long story short, went to a buddy of mine's house. We kind of had a little get-together thing, had some food, I was cooking, and we decided to recreate the Last Supper, you know, in kind of like a funny way. So we all were doing stupid things, and you know, we were posing funny. And I was Jesus because I had the longest hair, and it was straight in. I had like this suit. I felt clean. I felt really clean. So it's May 4th. May the 4th be with you. Wow. By the time I'm creating this video or recording it, and about a month ago or 2 months ago, on March 10th, exactly 2 years after I started my dreads, I decided to cut it all off. And I didn't cut it completely off. I cut it down to, I believe, a 1. You know, it wasn't this short, like on the sides right now, like this. It wasn't this. It was a little longer than this. I'll explain why. I'll explain that in probably next video. I don't want this one being too long. And yeah, I cut it, and then I started to regrow it. So for the past 2 months, I've been regrowing my hair every week, deep conditioning, you know, taking care of it as you're supposed to, and not washing it too often, but washing it enough to keep it clean, to keep the scalp clean. I wear, you know, my bonnet or do-rag depending on what I'm feeling. And yeah, you know, drink enough water. And this right here is the last bit of hair that I decided to keep. You can see how long it is. Like imagine that, and this is braided, so it was longer than this. And I had this pretty much the entirety of the top of my head. We live and we learn. Hanging on the edge of tomorrow. If you get it, you get it. And I learned. And hopefully that I will be able to teach other people, and I'll learn more in the process. Again, I'm using this as a way to document, and I also just want to use it as a way to share my experiences with people and see if anyone else can learn, because it's always nice to see someone else grow with you as you grow, especially if it's something physical that everyone can do, like hair. You get to see someone's evolution and their growth directly from their hair, because everyone can grow hair, aside from the unfortunate few who can't. But I'm lucky and I can, so I'm going to do that. That's pretty much it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, whoever watches this, and sticks around and subscribes and enjoys future content. Maybe leave a comment on what you want me to do in the future, what you would like to see in terms of the content on locks, dreadlocks, however you want to call them, or just taking care of natural hair in general, because you know, I also do that. And yeah, again, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you.